So now I'm just going to define a statement here, system dot out dot. It's very neat to use the IntelliSense. It's very beautiful to use it because it writes very quick, right? And you know that you are not making any syntax errors.
Save a lot of time.
Yeah,
and you may give the spelling mistakes.
Yes. Yeah. So we will execute our script in, and then if I want to print a variable name, how do I do that? Anybody remember?
Browse plus and
Okay.
Plus browser, I don't know about this plus.
So what is the, again I'm going to put a system, and this function will return an error because we have mentioned a return type of int.
Yeah, we
So
have given int and the browser is string. And we haven't given the name of the browser yet.
Yes.
Browser is equal to something.
I did return one because we got to return an integer.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's why I did a
so
return
that
one.
the print it will.
Next, Selenium open URL. Here what I'm going to do is we are going to give it a URL. In Selenium we will write our commands here. Okay, right now we are just understanding how objects and classes work. So I'm going to give it a URL, system.out.println. Use the IntelliSense wherever you can. And here the URL to open is, and here plus URL semicolon. Okay, so these are my two functions that I've created for this class Selenium. Make sense?
yeah.
Okay, so now what? So now we are going to create objects of this class Selenium. Okay, to utilize the variables and functions of this class. Okay, so how do you create an object? Let's
use.
So this is good. We have two functions and we have variables. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to declare the objects for this class. So how do you declare an object? So whenever you want to declare an object, first you would write the name of the class. Okay, then the name of the object. So let's say S1 or first object, first Selenium object. Okay, or small name FSELO.
So we'll declare it in a public class.
Yeah, where you have main function so that you can start your coding from there. Okay, then what? Equal to new Selenium bracket close. So this is my first object declared. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, I can also have another. So this is one instance. So if this is my car1, okay, I can have another function second Selenium object equal to new Selenium. So this is my second object declared.
Why we have declared
Selenium class? You tell me, how will I create it?
Selenium third
Selenium object.
Third SEL0
Object, not 0, it is object.
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's say
object equal to new Selenium.
Yeah. So this is how I have declared through three variables. So these three objects. So these have been declared. Now what I want to do is I want to instantiate them. So now a blank object has been defined of type class. Okay, now we will utilize this object. So this is declaration of object.
This is the command.
Yes, command.
Command in single quotes.
Yeah, or
/2/
Slashes are there, and C++ we go with slashes. Yeah, right.
so this is, I have declared three objects, right? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start instantiating the objects. How do you do that? So FSEL O, or let's say, let's start from this one, FFCLO, okay, dot, which one we can use execute in Chrome, let's say, alright, and then what it takes, so this is a variable, alright, of type integer, so you can put in a value there, let's say print equal to 10, right, or let's say just, yeah. Okay, so it gives it a value of 10. Let's use one more function as well, alright, scl0 dot selenium open URL, okay, and I'm going to give in a variable URL here, let's say thoughtworks.com.
Please connect the back to the laptop.
Alright, cool. So now I have defined one variable with this specific object. Now say third, one more variable, right? Let's say I want to use the next function as well, which is run in browser. Okay, Selenium run in browser. So Selenium run in browser, and I mentioned the name of the browser. Let's say Edge or Chrome, right? So let's say since we are saying Chrome ahead, let's say Chrome. Alright, so this is my values which I have defined for that. First, whenever you want to initialize these variables and methods, whenever you want to instantiate, start them, what you do is basically you write the name of the object first, okay, and then proceed it with a dot operator, and then after the dot operator, name of the function or name of the variable. So here I have given execute in Chrome and I have given it a value of 10. Here it's open URL and I have given it the string. Yeah, ThoughtWorks. And here Selenium run in browser and the input parameter is Chrome. That's what we have done. Okay. Now let's see how it runs.
Yeah, execute it.
Okay. Why are these warnings? I mean, why are these coming up? These bleeps coming up because there are variables which we have not initialized, which we have not utilized. It's because these two of these objects that we have created, we have not utilized them yet. So
Give
that's
them
why.
in comments then. For the time being, you can give them in comments.
Yeah, we can give it in comments or we can utilize it later on as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start running it and see how it works. So Selenium new script Java. So hello world, why did it display? Because my print line is hello world, right? That's why it displayed the first print line. Then what it did is basically it took this function execute in Chrome, right? And that it initialized it to value of 10. This specific variable, it initialized it to value of 10. Afterwards, what it did is it executed this function. So it came here. How the sequence is in the main function, the same way it has got executed. So it went to Selenium open URL, and here we will execute our script in and then open URL. So this URL, the URL to open is and space the URL name. Okay, and here the URL, then the run in browser, we will execute our script in and the browser name which we have given, that is Chrome. So that's how.
So how the output for that?
So that is why.
Nothing is displayed in that variable.
So here execute in Chrome, we have initialized it to 10.
Let's talk about the cursor. So first where it goes.
Okay, how does it get debugged, right? How does it run? So let's say how does it run? So whenever your program starts, it starts from the main function.
Yes.
So number one line is 13. Line 13 system.out.println hello world. So it went and printed hello world. Okay. Then what it did is it created the object scl0. So new object. Alright. Once that was done, what it did is so once the object was created, it went into the class, and my first thing what it did is it initialized this variable Chrome to 10. So this execute in Chrome the value of 10 was inserted here.
Okay.
Alright. Once that was done, for that specific object, it invoked this specific method, Selenium open URL. Okay. And how did it do good? How did it do that? It went to Selenium open URL string URL. So system.out.println. It went into this function. The URL to open is, and the URL value which we have given, which was passed on as a parameter here. How did it get passed on? From here.
Okay.
Thoughtworks.com. So it took that value and printed it. And the next step is the next statement, how it flowed is statement 21. So statement 21 is about Selenium run in browser. So it went into this function, system.out.println. We will execute our script in and the name of the browser and then return 1.
So we give the function name and we declare the values.
Right. This is how it flowed. There is one more way to see how it works is using a debugger. Okay, you can also use that would step you through each and every
Everything, yeah.
statement of code. All right, so let's try to understand. All right, now let's run this program and yeah, so this is done. So now in this program, all right, in this program, what I've done is I've created breakpoints. I want to see how this specific program works. Okay, so how do I do that? So I'm going to introduce something called as breakpoints. Go to that specific line and put in a breakpoint. This helps you in, this assists you in debugging as well. How to debug. Alright, that's what it would also assist you in. I've created breakpoints within the functions as well. Okay, here.
So when it will run,
It will hold the flow there
Okay.
and tell you what the values have been inserted.
Alright.
So now I'm going to run it in debug mode. So run, is it already running? Yeah, run debug.
Okay.
So now first it went to hello world print statement. Okay, I'm going to do a step into. Step into means it will go through the each and every statement. So step into is also F5. So it went into the first object which is created. F5, so the object is of class Selenium. That's what it created. Then next statement again it went into this subject and then it went into straight into the first method program. All right, execute in Chrome. F5, then it executed the open URL and so it gave the value for execute in Chrome as 20. Whatever we have given, that it was mentioned it there. Variables execute in Chrome, it has given it a value of 10.
Okay.
And execute in Edge and execute in Firefox is
Because
0 and 0.
we didn't declare that, like we didn't give any value.
What is that ID is equal to 20?
Alright, so it went into open URL and the URL value was initiated to ThoughtWorks, which we have inserted. F5, so it went into run in browser. Chrome went into the function system.out, we will execute the script in the browser. If we see the value of browser, now it has initiated to Chrome. Alright, return 1, it returns the flow, it returns the control back to the main program. Here again we are back into the main program, and F5, this is the end of the class. So this is how your breakpoints would work in this specific program. Alright, so